Hi guys, this is my book review for Sense and Sensibility by Joanna Trollope, which is a modern adaptation of Jane Austen's Sense and Sensibility, and it's part of the Austen project. So this book follows the same characters and basically the same locations as the original novel by Jane Austen, but reworks the plot points and characteristics about them to fit it into the modern era. Major plot points the father, Henry Dashwood, dies very suddenly. That kind of stuff stays the same, and their half-brother, John Dashwood, inherits the house, so the women kind of get kicked out. Actually, they do get kicked out. So we have Belle, who is the mother, Elinor, who is the eldest daughter, Marianne, and then Margaret, which is all pretty much the same as Jane Austen's original novel. But then there are modernizations to it. So Elinor is an architect student, Marianne is studying music in college, and Margaret is your typical high schooler who's addicted to, the phones and social media and super obsessed with their friends and what they're going to think. And also adapting things like Colonel Brandon's situation. So he's helping with drug addicts and rehabilitation. So that kind of stuff was really cool to see the modern adaptations, but this book kept so closely to Jane Austen's original novel that it wasn't a really big surprise on any front. I could I knew what was going to happen basically, because it's the same. So I've been watching a lot of the web series where they modernize a lot of classic novels, and one of them is Elinor and Marianne Take Barton, which is a modernization of Sense and Sensibility. So from watching that, where it's in a modern day college and the situations are vastly changed to fit a college campus, and really not knowing how they're going to do it, to going from that to reading a novel where it is very much the same. There's a scene at the beginning where Marianne gets sick in the rain and she needs to be rescued, and it was just more interesting to watch it as a web series where it's on campus and you're not, seeing it happening and it's being retold to you was different than reading the book version here, where it's basically the same thing except he's in a convertible instead of riding on horseback. So yeah, it's good. There's nothing wrong with this novel. It's just not really that different from my liking. I would rather just read Jane Austen's original novel. My own preference here. So the book's not bad, but it's not fabulous either. So I gave it a 3 out of 5 on Goodreads, so yeah, I'm just not in love with this book, and I don't think I'm really going to reread it. And there was a point where I had to kind of push myself to keep going because it was basically just reading Jane Austen's novel. So yeah, apparently these are not the kind of books for me. Yep, well, that's my opinion on this book. Let me know if you've read it or if you've read books like this and what you think of them. And I will post the link to Elinor and Marianne Take Barton because that's amazingly awesome, and I think more people should watch that also. So yeah. I love you guys. Peace. Bye.